Meet Maya. She's got a big problem. Her class is designing a school garden, and she needs to figure out the area of a weirdly shaped plot of land. It's not a rectangle. It's not a triangle. It's both. Maya stares at the shape and thinks, where do I even start? Today, we're going on Maya's journey from totally confused to totally crushing composite shapes. Let's go. So, what exactly is a composite shape? It's any shape made by combining two or more simple shapes, like rectangles, triangles, or semicircles. They can look like letters, L shapes, T shapes, even C shapes. The secret strategy? Break the big shape into smaller pieces you already know how to handle. Find each piece's area, then add them together. That's literally the whole trick. Maya's garden? It's an L shape, just two rectangles hiding inside one funky outline. Here's our 4-step power move for any composite shape. Step 1, draw or sketch the shape. Step 2, split it into simple shapes you recognize, rectangles, triangles, semicircles. Step 3, calculate the area of each simple piece using formulas you already know. Step 4, add all the areas together for your final answer. This formula says it all. Total area equals A1 plus A2, and so on. Each A stands for one piece of the puzzle. Maya's about to use exactly these 4 steps. Before we dive in, let's make sure our toolbox is ready. The area of a rectangle is length times width. Super simple. A triangle? 1/2 times base times height. A full circle uses pi times radius squared, and a semicircle is just half of that. You've seen these formulas before. Today, we're combining them like ingredients in a recipe. Maya keeps these written on a sticky note. Smart move, Maya. Keep these handy, you'll be using them a lot today. Here's Maya's garden, a classic L shape. The full outline is 10 meters wide at the top, 8 meters tall on the left side. The bottom right chunk that's cut out is 4 meters wide and 5 meters tall. Let's split the L into 2 rectangles. Rectangle A is the top piece, 10 meters wide and 3 meters tall. Area equals 10 times 3, which is 30 square meters. Rectangle B is the bottom left piece, 6 meters wide and 5 meters tall. Area equals 6 times 5, which is 30 square meters. Total area equals 30 plus 30, which is 60 square meters. Maya's garden is 60 square meters. Here's a cool alternate strategy, the subtraction method. Instead of adding pieces together, imagine filling in the missing chunk to make a simple big rectangle. Find the area of that big rectangle, then subtract the piece that's actually missing. For Maya's garden, the big rectangle would be 10 meters by 8 meters, giving 80 square meters. The missing corner chunk is 4 meters by 5 meters, which is 20 square meters. So 80 minus 20 equals 60 square meters. Same answer. 2 roads, same destination. Pick whichever feels easier. Let's try the subtraction method on a new shape. We have a large rectangle with a rectangular chunk removed from the top right corner. The full big rectangle is 12 centimeters wide and 7 centimeters tall. Area of the big rectangle, 12 times 7 equals 84 square centimeters. The removed corner piece is 4 centimeters wide and 3 centimeters tall. Area of the removed piece, 4 times 3 equals 12 square centimeters. Now subtract. 84 minus 12 equals 72 square centimeters. That's our composite shape's area, 72 square centimeters. Nice work following along. Now here's where it gets really cool, mixing different shape types. Imagine a house shape, a rectangle on the bottom with a triangle roof on top. The rectangle is 8 meters wide and 5 meters tall. Area of rectangle, 8 times 5 equals 40 square meters. The triangle roof sits on top, same base of 8 meters and a height of 3 meters. Area of triangle, 1/2 times 8 times 3. 1/2 times 8 is 4, and 4 times 3 is 12 square meters. Total area, 40 plus 12 equals 52 square meters. Maya's dream house has 52 square meters of space. One more combo, a rectangle with a semicircle attached to one end, like a running track or a window shape. The rectangle is 10 centimeters long and 6 centimeters wide. Area of rectangle, 10 times 6 equals 60 square centimeters. The semicircle attaches to the 6 centimeter end, so its diameter is 6 centimeters, making the radius 3 centimeters. Area of semicircle, 1/2 times pi times 3 squared. That's 1/2 times 3.14 times 9, which equals about 14.13 square centimeters. Total area, 60 plus 14.13 equals approximately 74.13 square centimeters. Pretty satisfying when it all comes together. Even Maya made a few mistakes before getting the hang of this, and that's totally okay. Here are the big ones to watch out for. First, make sure you're using the right dimensions for each piece. It's easy to mix up the lengths when the shape is split. Second, label every piece clearly so you don't lose track. Third, sometimes you need to calculate a missing side length using the other given measurements. And fourth, always write square units in your answer, like square meters or square centimeters. Units matter on tests.
This one trips a lot of students up, finding a missing side. Look at this L shape. The total width across the top is 9 centimeters. The bottom piece only extends 5 centimeters to the right. What's the width of the left part of the bottom? Well, 9 minus 5 equals 4 centimeters. That's our missing side. The total height is 8 centimeters on the left, and the right section is 3 centimeters tall. So the left bottom section's height is 8 minus 3, which equals 5 centimeters. Always use subtraction to find missing sides from the overall dimensions. Maya learned this the hard way. Now you don't have to.
Look at Maya go. She went from staring blankly at her worksheet to crushing every composite shape problem. Let's lock in her 4-step winning method. Step 1, sketch the shape and label all the dimensions you know. Step 2, draw lines to split it into rectangles, triangles, or semicircles. Step 3, use subtraction to find any missing sides from the overall measurements. Step 4, calculate each piece's area using your formulas, then add them all up. Parents, this is a fantastic framework to practice together at home. Try drawing shapes on graph paper. Remember when Maya was completely stumped by that weird L-shaped garden? Now she can break apart any composite shape like a pro. And so can you. Here's the wrap-up. Split complex shapes into simple ones you recognize. Use the addition method or the subtraction method. Both work. Find missing sides by subtracting known lengths. And always, always write square units in your answer. Teachers, this lesson covers Common Core 6GA.1. Whether it's a garden, a room floor, or a state fair booth, composite shapes are everywhere.